She had ended things with her ex-boyfriend, the father of their 2-year-old daughter, Zevaya. He wasn't happy with that. He wasn't happy that Kirsten had moved on and without him. He started showing plenty of signs that he was unstable. He had grabbed Zevaya out the tub as her mother bathed her. She was naked, and DeAndre took off with his daughter in his car then. Kirsten called the police, but their hands were tied. I have a feeling it may be because just one person didn't have custody. I don't believe it had even got to their point in their relationship yet. Monday morning, March 20th, Kirsten had dropped her daughter off at the daycare and continued her day to go to work at Walmart. DeAndre showed up to the daycare, picked his daughter up. Did he have permission to pick her up? I'm not sure. Is it the daycare's fault? Only if DeAndre wasn't a validated person to pick the child up, yes. It wasn't 30 minutes later when DeAndre had came inside Walmart, holding Zevaya. He was filled with rage. He snatched Kirsten's cell phone and demanded to know the passcode. He told her, quote, "Give me the passcodes or she's going to get it," end quote. Meaning their daughter, Zevaya, was going to get it. Christian gave him the passcodes, but it still wasn't good enough. He had taken off with Zevaya yet again. Now she needed the police once again as he sped off with their daughter, threatening to harm her. DeAndre is a jealous man, a violent man. He had even assaulted his brother who has special needs in the past. If Kirsten knew what he was capable of, it probably wasn't this. He had led police on a 30-mile high-speed chase. He had FaceTime Kirsten. He needed her to see what he was going to do to Zevaya. It wasn't about Zevaya. It was only about Kirsten and how she made him feel, hurting him. Kirsten could see her daughter's face. She said it was bloody, like she'd been hit with something. She begged him, she pleaded. "This is your daughter," she said over and over again. But he wouldn't stop. He needed for Kirsten to see him, to see what he was doing, choking Zevaya. He wanted Kirsten to hurt. He believed that there was another man in the picture and told Kirsten this was her fault. This is why this is happening. He was choking his 2-year-old girl. This wasn't his daughter anymore. This was property. A way he thought could control Kirsten, but it wasn't. And he had lost control. The chase finally stopped and police arrested DeAndre. Zevaya required CPR at the scene, but later would die at the hospital, leaving her mother to grieve and everyone who loved Zevaya to grieve. DeAndre was arrested for the murder, and he sits in jail on a $1 million bond. Kirsten feels her daughter is at peace, and we know that she's heartbroken. Her father, Curtis Watson, Zevaya's grandfather, asked, "How many more Zevayas are there out there?" I can answer that. Too many. The moment when a parent is upset, meaning the mother or the father, they can use their children as pawns. And they do. I've read the comments by heartless, uncaring people watching the keyboard bullies at this woman's tragedy. Don't blame this woman, telling her that she should have picked better, seen the red flags. Obviously, she's seen them, and she was trying to get away from him. The comments telling black women stop sleeping and having children with black men. I have shocking news for the idiots who have written comments like that. Men of other races have done this too. It has nothing to do with race, only control. I will use 2 high-pro crimes of white men. Scott Peterson, who who killed his pregnant wife, Lacey Peterson, and Chris Watts, who killed his entire family. And it wasn't because they both had mistresses. It's because they wanted to control the situation. Should Lacey Peterson and Shanann Watts, had they picked better and not slept with white men? If women are in an abusive relationship with children, it's harder to get out. You have to plan ahead when leaving them. You may not even be able to tell people of your plans until you get situated, because they may become a target too. You may have to leave the current state and seek out a women's shelter elsewhere if that's all that's available for you. Yes, you may have to reroute your entire life, but at least you will have a life, and so will your children. This woman did not see it coming, and it is a tragedy. My condolence to Zevaya's family. Rest in peace, Zevaya Flanagan.
I know in her mind she probably was just wondering, like, what did I do? Like, what are you doing this to me for? Like, I love you. Like, why are you hurting me?